What's going on, all my toy collectors and Gremlin fans out there? You know who it is. It's your boy Ox. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Spider Gremlin figure by Neca Toys. This figure right here is based off of the 1990 Gremlins 2 movie, The New Batch. Now I ended up getting this last year at Target during the Target Haulathon. So let's go ahead and crack this baby open and see if it's worth joining the rest of the toys that I have here in the Cave of Wonders. Let's get to it.
They're mutating.
Sir, is the building on fire?
No, that's a false alarm.
Okay, now starting off at the front of the box, you can see it says Spider Gremlin, letting you know the character we're going to be looking at, which is this is him on the front of the box right here. Let you know that this character is from the movie Gremlins. It's actually from the movie Gremlins 2, not the first movie. Let you know it's made by Neca Toys, and right here on the bottom right, let you know it's made for ages 14 and up, okay? Now, I've already measured this box up for you guys. It's 13.5 inches long by 9.5 inches tall by 4.5 inches in depth. So that's how much shelf space you're going to need if you're going to be displaying this in the box, all right? Right on the side, you can see my boy Mohawk right here, and that was the that's because he's the main villain in the movie. He's the main gremlin. He has like a mohawk, and he's the one who ended up injecting himself with the spider venom and turning himself into the spider gremlin, basically. Right here on the back of the box, you guys can see Gizmo. Remember, he dressed up like Rambo, and he ended up shooting that bow and arrow pencil, and he's the one who ended up killing the spider gremlin. This right here just let you know that this is the most massive, incredible Gremlins figure that they had ever that NECA had ever produced. Let you know that it stands over 10 feet tall or 10 inches tall and is nearly 15 inches wide. So that's how much shelf space you're going to need, but I'll measure it out for you guys. But that's how much shelf space you're going to need when you're going to be buying this and displaying it, okay guys? But yeah, let's go ahead and crack this baby out of the box. Okay, now here's the Spider Gremlin out of the box. As you guys can see, it comes with the main body of the figure. Comes with 6 of these longer arms right here, and then it comes with 2 shorter arms that go in the front. Comes with some spider chemicals right here. This is basically what turned the gremlin into the spider gremlin. Basically, he ended up drinking it, and that's what turned him into this. And then it comes with a figure base, this little piece right here that hooks underneath the spider. And then it comes with a little base right here that helps hold it up, okay? Now, there are some little directions that come with it. Just let you know that you need to take some hot water and dip each one of these in some hot water right here, and that will help it snap into the body of the spider gremlin itself, okay? But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at these legs. Like I said, it does come with 6 of these longer legs right here. And as always, NECA does an amazing job at all their sculpting and paint work. You can see that they don't go cheap on anything, basically. You guys can see all that green and black right there. You can see all the little bones right here sticking out, all the spikes. Like I said, this right here is where you hold it in the water and it ended up, warming up that plastic. That way you guys can fit it in there. And like I said, it does come with 6 of these longer legs. Then in the front, it comes with these 2 right here, which are the same, same painted and everything like that. It's just they're not as long, and they don't end up having a joint like these ones do. These ones have a joint right here at that little bone claw right there, little elbow claw, where you guys can bend them just a little bit, and they can rotate back and forth if you guys need them to, okay? So like I said, it does go out, does go in, and does rotate on each one of those 6 arms. But there is no joints on these, like it doesn't bend right here or anything like that, but you will be able to rotate it right there at the ball joint, okay? And these right here, these 2 end up going in the front. This right here is that spider chemical that he ends up drinking. And it looks just like it did in the movie. If you guys remember, all them different glass bottles had like a label, like the bat gremlin ended up having a bat right there. One that was like an electric gremlin had like electric bolt or something on it. So, but yeah, this doesn't come out. It's just all just for show. And then it does come with this base right here. Nothing fancy, just a cool base to keep it up. Probably, I'm sure it will probably stand up on its own legs because it has, has so many legs. But after a while, it probably the weight of the gremlin might push down on those legs and bend it out. So this is just basically to help it stand up, okay? So you just push this right in the middle, and then this piece will go right underneath it, okay? And I'll show you that in a minute. Let's go ahead and I'm going to connect these legs on and show you what it looks like. Taking a look at him up close, though, I want to show you guys exactly where they are, okay? It has little arms right here, or legs, whatever you want to call them, and you can see little holes right there in them. You can see there's 4 in the back and there's 4 in the front. These 2 right here are for those little legs or arms, whatever you want to call them, that go right there in the front. And then these ones right here end up going in the back, okay? The longer ones, they go in the back and they go right here on the outside. Now I'm gonna go ahead and heat these up with some water and I'll connect them and then we'll go, you know, take a further look into the figure, okay? Okay, now here's the Spider Gremlin with all his legs attached. I ended up just taking a cup of water, heating it up in the microwave for 2 minutes. And instead of dipping each leg in the water, I just dipped the legs that were already connected to the body. So then I just took the leg and I just, you know, pushed it through on that little ball joint and ended up connecting really easy. Like I said, cup of water, 2 minutes, and then it ended up just snapping right in there pretty, you know, pretty easy, okay? Now, taking a look at him up close, as you guys can see, he's held up right now without a base. He's just standing on his legs, which he ends up holding up fine. But I'm sure over time, the weight of this large body on those, on all 8 of these legs are going to end up causing it to slowly, you know, start falling down. So that right there is what this base is for right here. And then you guys just tip him over. There's a little hole right here underneath him. You guys just push this little stand right in that hole. Just like that, and that'll end up holding them up easy and not putting so much pressure on all of those legs, okay? But yeah, man, taking a look at him, he's an awesome looking figure, and he's big too, so make sure you guys have enough room inside of your display area, wherever you're going to be displaying him, okay? I'm going to measure out his body real quick. From the front of his legs to the back of his butt, he is about 11 inches long. Now, that's not including the legs. I'm going to measure him out with the legs, but you got to remember that his legs do articulate. So depending on how far you want to spread his legs out or how close you want to, you know, have him into his body, he's going to be measuring different. So with the front of his legs to the back of his legs, you're about 15, maybe 16 inches. It's kind of hard to see with how round his body is. How wide he is from the front. Definitely about 16 inches with the legs. His body hand to hand is probably more like about 5 inches. And he stands with his legs out the way they are, about 10 inches at the top of his mohawk right up here, okay? So he's a big figure. So he's going to take up a lot of space wherever you guys are going to be displaying him at, okay? But he's packed with articulation. So let's go over that real quick before we go over all the sculpting in his body. His head is on 2 different joints. You guys can see he has a neck joint right there, and then where his head is connected to his neck at. So it does rotate, does look down pretty far, about that far. It does look up pretty far. His head does rotate back and forth. He does have jaw articulation right here. So like I said, you guys can get him in plenty of poses to make him look pretty cool and menacing. His arms do come up. They do rotate right here at the shoulder. He doesn't have any kind of bicep swivel, but he does have... single jointed elbows right here that do rotate at the elbow. His wrists do articulate. They do go around. They do go in. They do go out. He does have, I wouldn't say chest articulation. I say more like waist articulation. So he does go down about that far and he does go up, but he doesn't swivel here at the waist at all. Okay, guys? Now, each one of these arms, like he has a total of 8 arms, like I said, they do articulate where they're connected at the body. So they can be rotated around. They can go down. They can go up. Let's move his arm out of the way. Then right here on 6 of the back legs, not the 2 front ones right here, but the 6 back legs, they do rotate right here. They do go up. They do go down. Right here as well at this joint, they do go up and down. They do rotate side to side, but they don't rotate right here at this little hook, okay? And on these 2 front arms, they rotate right here where they're connected at the body. They rotate and go in and out only right here. So like I said, the longer arms have 2 of those joints. This one's only have 1 right here, okay? So yeah, this thing is packed with articulation, man. So you guys can definitely get him in a lot of menacing looks and have him looking scary on your shelf or wherever you're going to be displaying him at, okay? Now let's get an up close look at that face, because he definitely has a face only a mother can love. Neca always does an amazing job with their painting and sculpt work. Look at all the detail in his eyes, all the different colors right here around his eyes, all the skin texturing. And this is all like raised texturing right here. Look at all that. Nails look awesome. Like I said, it's a big figure, man, so a lot to look at. Now, he doesn't rotate right here at the body where his main body's connected to the body of the spider, but he does rotate right here. So it does go up, it does go down, it does swivel back and forth if you guys need it to, okay? And you guys can see he does have a little hook right here on the back of the butt part of the spider. No kind of webbing or anything like that comes out of it, but it's kind of cool. It kind of looks like a bird beak right there. Underneath it, let's move the stand real quick. Underneath it, you can see a bunch of little spikes right here. Now, a lot of these spikes are actually really sharp. these little pinchers right here. So that's probably why this toy is ages 14 and up, because it does have a lot of sharp pieces on this toy. Okay, like I said, right there is where that stand goes. Great sculpt work, great paint work. Love the way it looks. I love the green right here in his body, all that green right there. The red in his mohawk. His mohawk is really actually not as sharp. You'd be surprised. It's a little sharp, but not as sharp as all of his nails and all these little bones and stuff that are sticking out right here. Them are all pretty sharp. Let's go ahead and show him with that little spider chemical in his hand. If you guys remember in the movie, he ended up drinking it. Yep, and that's how he ended up turning into this. Okay, now here's a quick comparison of another NECA Gremlin figure. This right here is Gizmo. This figure is not even 4 inches tall, so I wanted to show you guys just how he looked in scale comparison to this Spider Gremlin. Both of these figures are made by NECA, but obviously this right here is what the Gremlins turn into when they eat after midnight, and then they get bigger, and then obviously this one right here drunk some of that venom, that spider serum, and turned into the giant Spider Gremlin. But I just want to show you guys just how massively big this thing is, and he's actually supposed to be this big. If you guys seen the Gremlins 2 movie, which that's it right there in the background, you guys remember that you know, these Gremlins get a lot bigger than Gizmo did. So once they ate after midnight. But yep, just wanted to show you that little scale comparison real fast. And then I got to show off my really cool New Era Gremlins hat. If you guys are a Mogwai owner, you guys know that there's certain rules to owning a Mogwai. You got to keep them out of the sunlight because it will kill them. You can't get them wet or they'll multiply. And as always, you can't feed them after midnight. I know it says 24, but that's because I got this hat from the Philippines. But this right here is one of the really cool hats that I have down in my collection. I figure I'd show it off since I'm doing a Gremlin review. But yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And if you guys are able to get your guys' hands on this figure, it's definitely worth it to have in your guys' collection. I actually don't collect all the Gremlins figures. I just, you know, grabbed a few of them, you know, just some of the little ones that I liked, because there's too many of them out there. Some of them I felt like were the same figure. They just added in different accessories and clothings and stuff. But this figure right here was a must-have for me. I'm definitely going to show it off down here in the cave. Well, yeah, man, hope you guys enjoyed the review. Like and subscribe. And until next time, stay cool.